Welcome to Nagaland TV, the voice of all the people. Because today we have a very special edition and exclusive interview with Dr. S.C. Jamir, who is none other than our former Chief Minister of Nagaland and also Governor of Maharashtra, Goa and Gujarat. So today we are here with him to discuss on various topics which are currently in the public domain and also a major issues pertaining to the society and especially to Naga societies. We have topics to discuss like FMR, ILP and add on into the political affairs of the state. So we will move forward and discuss with Sir S.C. Jamir and how it is and how he will be responding in this to find out about our situation. So sir, thank you very much for your time. First, we want to discuss on and also we want to know it from you that is about FMR, that is Free Movement Regime, the fencing of border along the international boundaries.
It is made known to one and all that the boundary demarcation between India and Myanmar was done on watershed formula. And this was done without the knowledge of the inhabitants of that area, that is the Nagas. And on account of this watershed formula, many Naga villages are fallen into Burma, and even the kings that are house of Noah, the boundary runs just in the middle of the house. So this is very unrealistic, number one. Secondly, since many Nagas are in Burma, and we have intermarriage with them, and we used to cultivate inside Myanmar, they also come and cultivate there. So there was a free movement from the very beginning because they belong to the same Naga community and having the same custom and culture intermarriage there. So the question of this fencing in this border, at least in Naga area, this is unthinkable on the part of the Naga people. But how can you divide the family, the people, because of this artificial fencing between people and people? So I'm totally against to this fencing in the border. Now they were giving lots of excuses. Drug trafficking, then this insurgencies. Well, drug trafficking has been, I think, dealt with according to law. So how can we be this point for this kind of fencing? And this insurgencies, I think once Naga problem is resolved, then this kind of trouble will not be there. And therefore, this government of India should have the guts to settle this Naga problem as soon as possible. And once you clean up your house, then there's no problem from outside. So according to my view, it is not logical. It is not, I think, proper to divide Naga people because of this boundary.
So as we know that Home Ministry had said that like they will be scrapping this FMR, but suddenly, recently last year we have seen on the month of December, new order being issued from the Home Ministry saying like this will be implemented and with the new regulations. And whereas they also mentioned about like the insurgency as you mentioned and also the increasing population in Manipur and Mizoram, which is from Chin community. So they're saying like that is the reason they want to fence the borders alongside of the Myanmar and India to protect the authentic and the the indigenous people of the states.
Whether there's a wall or not, if they want to come, they can come from other side also. How can you prevent? Just because you erect a wall. In this scientific world, there are many things which you can even damage this wall and come back. So the best wall will be goodwill between Myanmar and India. Secondly, you try to restore complete peace in this part of the country so that this issue will not arise. So the first and foremost thing is restore peace, normalcy in Nagaland and other Manipur, all this area, and let the people also enjoy that peaceful condition so that they can also function properly and they have a normal life. So when you have a normal life, who will come, who will go and who will come?
So, sir, also as you spoke about the normalcy, we have seen there are protests in Akhrol and also in Longma area. The people are protesting against this FMR, the free movement regime. The sentiments has been heard. So, do you have to say something on that?
It is not only sentiment, actually it's a human problem. The relatives of Nagas of India, they are also there in Myanmar, and Myanmar relatives also there in Nagaland because we belong to the same people. So how can you partition or put a fence between families and between people? I think this is not a good policy on the part of government of India. And so they should also respect the sentiments of the people concerned.
Sir, also we want to ask you about ILP, that is Inner Line Permit, a burning issue of the state. The people are demanding it to be implemented in the Dimapur district and Nagaland as whole. But we have seen other communities being saying to at least adjust with the ILP and to make them, recognize them as indigenous people of the state, which they will be called as non-Naga indigenous. But different organizations, different bodies are demanding for the implementation of ILP in the state. So, sir, how do you see and how it should go so that it can balance both the sides?
If you remember the 9 points agreement between Naga National Council and Sir Akbar Hydari, there also they have mentioned about safeguards of indigenous people. And during British rule, I think in 1873, this ILP was introduced in order to protect the backward people of the hill areas. Because if it is kept open, then traders from India, they can even exploit the entire area because they have money. So in order to safeguard the interests of the indigenous people, this is called, I think, Bengal Eastern something rolled out, which is called ILP. And this was, earlier it was in Chumukodima, that is there. And now, but that time, Dimapur was almost a jungle that time. But when people started, the influx of people, especially Bangladeshis, started coming to this Dimapur, naturally, they will outnumber the local population. So unless we have some preventive measures now, then the local population will be like Tripura. So I think for the time being, the enforcement of ILP in Dimapur also, I think this is proper, number one. Secondly, those people who have come before this 1963, they are indigenous people. And then I think there are some Marwaris who were given permit by the British as sort of indigenous. They can buy land, they can have their property. So for the time being, unless we have a proper, unless we have normalcy in the state, as long as insurgency continues, under this pretext, many things should take place. So once settlement takes place, we can have a thorough review about ILP and other regulations. Because India look east policy, or we call it now, they have changed the nomenclature also, egg policy now. Once that is matured, say after 10 years, 15 years, there will be tremendous influx of population from the Southeast Asian countries seeking for investment in India. And the Northeastern region will be the first place which they will touch upon. And since Northeast people look like them, most probably many of them have to invest here. And all of them are foreign citizens. Yes. And at that point of time, I feel you cannot enforce inner line for them also. Huh? And when inner line cannot be enforced for foreigners, then the question will arise at that point of time. How can you have inner line enforced for Indian citizens? Yes. I think that time will come. And therefore, I think we have to go slow on this.
Yes, yes. As we are talking in this, as also you have said, Marwaris who had prior settled during the time of British in Naga Hills, which we used to know. And now there are a lot population from Marwaris, Biharis who have been settled in the state, and especially in Dimapur at the year of 1963, and before that, and some of the sections are like settled here 1979. This has been two categories been set by government of Nagaland by saying they will be given as non-Naga indigenous identity in the state. So how do you think, like, sir, is it possible at this time, at this moment, to go with, and as we are talking about ILP, let's say in a high peak, and every organizations or hosts, civil bodies are speaking on this. So what do you have to say in this way?
No, it is like this. When we first prepare our this electoral roll, we have made this in 1963. Yes. At that time, Dimapur was very small, very small. And not only that, Karos, Kosharis, they are also permanent inhabitants of this Dimapur. And the Kokis who came earlier also, they become indigenous, yes, at least in Nagaland. And therefore, all of them are indigenous. Now, after taking advantage of this indigenous citizen, people from outside, especially from Manipur and others, yes, they have started infiltrating into this Nagaland also. So, unless integration takes place, we cannot have that open door policy. And therefore, Nagaland government should now rigidly implement that 1963 for the time being. Once settlement is made, there will be lots of changes that will take place in regulating various affairs. And therefore, the first and foremost thing is, let us restore normalcy in Nagaland and let Nagaland government, real Nagaland government, function normally in order to go into all these aspects. But today there are too many governments here, too many authorities here. So state government cannot implement anything. And so let us bring back the real normal functioning of Nagaland. Thereafter, representation from all sections of the people will decide what is best for the future of Naga people. And from the very beginning, Nagas have a very liberal view. We have tried to make Dimapur as mini India. That is the reason why we have kept this Dimapur, this one, as open seats. And though Naga people would like to contest, but we always give a chance for non-locals to contest from there, like Govinda Paira, then Hussain, then Devlal Mesh, all of them they are represented. I mean, Hussain became minister during my time. In this way, we want to have a mini India in this Dimapur. That is why in this open seat, yes, open seat means Nagas can contest, outside also can contest. But we have given preference to minorities at that time. That's why Govinda Baira also could become MLA, Anwar Hussain become MLA and minister, and Devlal Mesh also. And this way we used to have that. But let us first restore normalcy so that we can think coldly how all communities can reside in Nagaland as a peaceful citizen.
Yeah. Sir, on your answer regarding the Blood Mage and Anwar Hussain and other minorities communities being represented that constituency, Dimapur 1, which is an open constituency. Sir, how this ILP also is there, and now this is the problem we have already discussed. But we have seen it's been very long time that none of minority communities or people from that particular constituency participating in the election, taking part. So is there, would you like to say, like they should be given chance to them again, like representing their community and people as whole into the state assembly?
It is a democratic country. When assembly constituencies are there, open, no one has prevented from contesting this in this constituency by the non-local sources, but none of them have come out. No. And when they have not contested, how can they represent an assembly? So let them come out and contest and become this MLA or even minister. It is not the fault of the government, but it is the fault of the community.
Okay, sir. If you say, like, if they want to contest, and many of the time, last year, in the last election, someone tried to contest from Dimapur 1, but he suddenly withdrew his name. We don't know, we didn't get any, what was the reason that he had to. But when it comes to contesting from that constituency, which is an open constituency, we feel like people might object and go against that decision that some people from non-Naga community participated in the election. This might arise, and many of the people says. So, sir, would you like to brief on this, why they have a right to go, as you are a veteran, politician?
If any non-local would like to contest in election, let them be a part of any political party, because the tickets are issued by a political party. And if a very prominent non-locals are there, then if he is deserving, party will give a ticket. Then he will contest. So let them also emerge as a leader in any political party so that they can also participate in the election.
Yes. We have seen a lot of people from non-Naga communities being involved in the political context of Nagaland, but they are not trying to contest.
No, they are afraid because underground people are there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let us be. Yeah.
About the Congress party, NPCC in the state, Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee, it's been a very long time that Congress is getting setback in the state. What could be the reason, and how Congress should work to revive the party in the state, sir?
I personally feel that in Nagaland, almost all the parties, now they have reached a point where they cannot tell what they are going to do. Yes. They have exhausted, whether it is Nltv or MPF or Congress. Now, what is the real aspiration of the Naga people? Youth, younger generation. Younger generation's mindset is different, their vision is different, and they have much more experience, knowledge than this older generation. Now, almost all of them would like to play their role, not only in the state, but in the country. And it is only national political party can open their way to play their role in the national level. And therefore, now time has come that the youth of Nagaland, now they have to see beyond this Nagaland and see that their field is in the whole country. And I believe one settlement comes, when peaceful condition prevails, definitely a new political alignment, realignment will emerge. At that point of time, the younger generation would be, I think, will choose which national party they would choose. At that time, most probably, especially minorities, Hill people will prefer secularism, secular party. So I I have great hope that Congress will definitely emerge as one of the, I think, very significant political party, not only in Nagaland, but in the northeastern region. Because younger generation, they are much more capable, much more forward-looking, and they have got a vision of the India in the world. And therefore, I think I have great hope that the younger generation will definitely be a party to national party. At that point of time, let us see what national party to choose. But definitely Congress will be one of them.
Okay, okay, sir. Moving ahead now, I would like to ask you about that. We would want to discuss on this. There is a framework agreement and the Naga solution, sir. It's been very long time. The people are being given, address like solution will be given to the people. But I want a direct answer, sir. Like either are we going to have the Naga solution or it will just stay as a dream, sir?
My reading is like this. For more than 20 years, they have been negotiating in foreign countries like Geneva, Amsterdam, then I think at various places. So after spending more than 15 years, then they have decided to come back to India. Then first to Delhi. Then they have been negotiating for so many years. And most probably, we feel that during these more than 20 years, they might have examined what is sovereignty, what is integration, what is constitution, what is flag. I think they might have had thorough discussion on this. So after having discussed at various levels, at long last, they have decided to put all these deliberations in black and white in the form of political agreement. So on 3rd August 2015, the NSN led by Moiva and Isaac, the other side representing by Mr. Ravi, then they have signed that ceasefire or this framework agreement on 3rd August 2015 in the presence of Prime Minister, Home Minister, and most probably even Army Commander also, and National Advisor, Security Advisor also. So at that time, with great solemnity, they have signed that political document in the presence of the Prime Minister. At that time, they started shaking hands, clapping hands. That means approval. And you're satisfied, that's why they clap hands. But when you're angry, you don't clap your hands. It is only when you are happy, you approve, you clap your hands, isn't it? So we have been witnessing in TV how they have shook hands, how they have clapped their hands, and with great joy, they have concluded that political agreement, number one. And when you go through that framework, neither sovereignty is there, nor integration is there. That means it is very much part of the Constitution of India, number one. And at that point of time, they have never raised the issue of separate constitution nor flag. At least we have not seen in the paper. Whether they have raised in the discussion, we don't know. But at least in the agreement, nothing of this are mentioned. So we are very happy that at long last, they have already come to a framework agreement, and according to them also, it is on the basis of contemporary political realities. And we are very happy. Not only that, if you read their resolution on 29 February 2012, which was held in this Agro Expo, their General Kohli has read out a written speech in which he said, Moeba told us that because of international situation, Naga independence is not possible. And because of the policy of the government of India and Myanmar, integration is also not possible. It was read in the presence of Isaac So, Moeba, all of them were there. So on that day itself, actually, they have settled Naga problem. Because on that day itself, they have buried Naga sovereignty as well as integration. That is the reason why I think that we should also be grateful to them that they are also honest in what they said on 29 February 2012. That's why in their framework or agreed position, neither sovereignty nor integration appeared, according to what they have said on 29 February 2012. So we should be, I think, thankful to them that because they are very honest. They also know that these are not possible, that's why they have not included. And therefore, from government of India's side, whatever is to be given, they have given. Whatever is to be demanded from the underground side, they have also given in writing. So since it was mutually agreed upon, I think both sides should attach greatest importance to the sanctity of the agreement. And mostly, Naga people, we are Christian. I think we should be true to what we have signed. We should be true to what we have promised. And I hope both the leaders of NSNIM as well as NNFG, they should, as a Christian and as a Naga, they should steadfastly stand by their, I think, signature which they have appended in both the agreements. And since sovereignty, integration are there, then what is left? Nothing is left. There's one. Home Minister of India has said in Parliament, in India there is only one Prime Minister, one Constitution and one flag. And therefore they have totally rejected both Constitution and this national flag, the flag which they are demanding. And if this is clear, why should we prolong this signing of the settlement? They already signed, announcement only. So both sides should now, I think, respect the sentiment of the people, because people have been waiting for this. So let them speak out. Let them now come out. Yes, we have brought this, we have brought this. And people will be too happy to welcome whatever they do. No one will complain against them. The entire people of Nagaland, they are yearning for peace and law and order in the state. And it all depends upon finalization of two agreements known as Framework Agreement as well as Agreed Position. And it is hopeful that the leaders of underground should respect the sentiment of the Naga people. They should respect the urges, aspirations of the Naga people, and try to bring a new dawn of peace and prosperity to Naga people. And they'll be doing the greatest service to the people and to God for bringing peace and stability to this part of the country. It is my fervent appeal, not only to the underground, but the entire Naga people, that let us pray for a better future of Nagaland. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And I think this will do for now. And it was great discussing on the topics, especially FMR, IV, and then on the framework agreement, Naga solution. And we hope the people will understand and they will try to think on the things, how it is going and how it is pretending in the scene. Thank you very much, sir, once again.
Thank you.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.